Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and of course I've got some stuff to show you. Picked out some stuff. Still got quite a backlog of things, which is, I guess, a good problem to have. We'll get through it. We'll get through it together. It's going to be difficult, but we'll survive. And then, first and foremost, I did a video, posted it yesterday, on the Lamley / J-Car exclusive Auto World 4 GT40, which is the second of 3 cars that they are putting out. This is the one that I was the most excited for, and pretty cool. So I did a video on this and the chase piece yesterday. If you have not checked it out, go check it out. As of right now, the basic ones, the non-chase version, should still be available at jcardiecast.com. The chase, I think, sold out in like a minute. There wasn't a lot of them. There was only 52 of them, and I have one, and of course John has one, and I'm sure, J-Car kept one, and, so that doesn't leave a lot left. All right. Anyway, I picked up an M2 in a store. I bought one. I haven't bought an M2 in a very long time, but that's how kind of like dry my Walmart is. That's got me just like looking at M2. And so I picked up this guy. It is the Captain B-Body Colonel Econoline, Ford Econoline truck. Limited to 9,250 pieces worldwide. If you got the chase, it's limited to 750 pieces. I don't know what denotes the chase, and I think M2 is getting tricky with the chases now or something. They're not putting like the stickers on that say, hey, this is a chase, it's limited to 750 pieces. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's a good move for M2. I think a lot of reason why people bought the stuff right away because it explicitly says right on the package, this is a chase, this is how many are made. Instead of, all of these saying, whether or not they're the chase. So this casting must be the chase. And that's why it says 9,250 pieces and then 750 chase worldwide. I don't think this is the chase. Again, I don't know what is the chase. It might be gold. I'm guessing it's gold trim, gold wheels like they normally do. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Do you think that's cool that they did that? Because they're kind of making it, you got to be an M2 collector. You got to be in the know to get it, since the cars don't exclusively say that they're a chase. But yet I think the secondhand value of them might not be as good because it doesn't explicitly say which ones are chases. Make sense? All right. Man, it's dry down here. I need a drink of water. Well, speaking of chases, got Auto World Ultra Red. Got this a little while ago. Square body Ultra Red. It's one I needed, and I'm happy to have it. This is from, what release this is from? 2021 release 4. I think the only one I'm missing now is the Lincoln Continental from this release, and then I'll be complete on that. One more car to get yet on that one, so hopefully I get that at some point here. Next thing I got, Hot Wheels. Redline Club. This came super fast, which is surprising. So this is the Redline Club car for 2023. Funny thing is I didn't even renew my membership yet. It just hadn't expired yet when this went on sale. So the next sale, I will have to renew my membership, which I think is $9.99 or whatever. But it comes with the pin and the Redline Club patch. I'll actually end up bringing these to my local meet and getting rid of them. People buy these things. So whatever. All I'm interested in, of course, is this 1993 Ford Mustang Cobra R, and of course we're going to open it. I love this thing in the black with red trim. I think it looks fantastic with the chrome wheels. This is probably the best version of this casting that's come out so far, in my opinion. But we will open that up, and we will take a close look at that. So that's pretty exciting. Another Hot Wheels news, I found this. Really, the one car that I really wanted from this Fast and the Furious set. Yes, Fast and the Furious is back out in Hot Wheels Premium. We thought it was going away. It is not. Is this Porsche Cayman. Pretty cool looking casting, white and black. The only other one I may, well, actually, I'll probably pick up the RX-7. Should I find that? And maybe that Nissan Skyline GTR. Oh, man, I think my buddy Mr. Sensitivity posted this. I don't know if he came up with it or whatever, but the Apple Orange. Anyway, I don't know if you get that or not, but go to him on Instagram. I'm sure you can find it, and I had a chuckle about that. Then what else do we got? Oh, a couple things from the monthly meet, last meet. 2 Johnny Lightning 2-packs. We got the Import Heat GT. So in this one, we got the Nissan 350Z and the Mazda RX-7. So we will take a look at those. And then we got the Import Heat Japanese Classics. Nissan 240SX and Nissan 300ZX. So I got these from someone that was getting rid of them at the monthly meet. He actually got these on clearance at Walmart, which I thought was weird because I never even saw them show up at my Walmart. And apparently they showed up at his and they were just clearancing them out. And I think he got them like super cheap. And he gave me a really good deal on them. So I was stoked to get those because I haven't seen them in my Walmart at all. So that's really cool. Let's see. We got a couple Schuco. 2 different Porsches, 911, a 911 Turbo 3.6, and a 911 GT2 Schuco. This casting we've recently seen is a Tarmac collab, right? I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, we've seen that recently, and I think the other casting is more of a classic casting that we've seen a few times from Schuco already, if I'm thinking of it correctly. Maybe not. Anyway, anywho and how, we are going to open these up and take a peek at those. I like Schuco stuff. I'm a fan of their, the way that they make their cars. I think is pretty cool. All right. Matchbox. Pagani Huayra. Roadster. Moving Parts. Blue. Did I say blue? It's not blue. That's red. Or maroon, I guess. I don't know, but it ain't blue. I don't know what the heck I was thinking there. And then another Porsche. That's pretty cool. In yellow. I've seen this in silver before. Now we got it in yellow. The 918 Spider. Cool casting from Matchbox. Let's see. And then lastly, we got some Hot Wheels. I already forgot what exclusive colors these are. I think these were like supposed to be like the Best Buy ones or something. McLaren F1, Dodge Van, Custom 70 Honda N600, and a Porsche 935. So these 4, I believe, were supposed to be like Best Buy exclusives. You'll let me know if I'm wrong, surely, in the comments below. But I think they've been showing up at Dollar General, if I am correct, or Dollar Tree, or some sort of dollar whatever. So, yeah, you can find them there, or people have been finding them there, I guess. And I ended up with a set of these. My buddy, I believe I got these from my buddy Todd. He picked those up. I think I also got this, the Ultra Red that we're showing today, I got from Todd as well. And then, my buddy Diecast, haven't mentioned him in a while, actually. He's still been getting stuff. He's been ordering lots of Hot Wheels now, which... Okay, so he's changed what he's getting a little bit, which is interesting because he's been buying big lots of like older Hot Wheels, and I've been kind of sifting through them as they've been coming through my house. And I found 4 cars that I needed, and he just gave them to me. So we got 3 variations of the Jaguar XJ220 that I did not have right here. I didn't have this top one at all. This bottom one I had with a gray interior, but did not have it with a black interior. And this bottom one, I think I had with different style wheels. But now I got these 3 variations off my Jaguar XJ220 list. So that's pretty neat. And then I got this Surf Patrol, which is another one I needed. I kind of collect this casting as well. Path Beater, Surf Patrol, goes by many names. I don't think I had this particular variation with these particular wheels either. So I was able to get that. So really, really neat. All right, so we got kind of a good variety of stuff here. Older Hot Wheels, newer Hot Wheels. Matchbox, Johnny Lightning, Schuco, M2, yeah, Redline Club, Auto World Ultra Red? Sure. Thumbnail? Thumbnail maybe? Something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's good. All right, cool. Let's flip the camera around and let's open up this stuff. Stay tuned. All right, actually, let's kick off this second half of the video by actually ripping into this M2. Why not? Why not? What do we need to do that? We need to maybe a blade to cut a sticker. Let's get into that. I think when this set came out, it was kind of the first wave of them or whatever that came out with these mouths on it. People were like snagging them and trying to scalp them. I thought that was a little crazy. I don't know. I mean, they're not that limited. 10,000 pieces almost. So I'm guessing, I don't know if they're Walmart. It doesn't say Walmart exclusive on here. I know M2 does a lot of Walmart exclusive stuff. But yeah, I picked this up just because I thought it looked neat. And yeah, that's why I grabbed it. And I thought maybe I could take some cool pictures of it or something. Kind of talked about it in the last weekly episode. I think it was that I'm kind of like, that's kind of, I've been making purchasing decisions lately with some of this stuff. Could I take some cool pics of that? Would that be fun to take pictures of? And that's kind of determining whether or not I'm buying them. Why is this not? How long are the screws? Seriously, how long are they? Maybe you could save some money, M2, by cutting down the length of the screws. Okay, all right. There. Done. Will I save that acrylic case? Maybe. Maybe I will. I don't know. Should I save that box like I do like Premium Deck? I don't know. I don't buy enough M2. It's kind of... Yeah, I guess I will. Why not? I can always put it right back in the thing. Display it that way, I guess. I don't know. All right, so let's check it out. It doesn't roll very well. I'm not going to sit here and dump on the quality control of it because it's actually not that bad, for one. For two, I've kind of barked about M2 quality control enough. I don't think that we really need to rehash that. I've noticed kind of lately, I've looked at M2 quite a bit now in the stores, and I've noticed lately, there's not as many blatant, obvious quality issues. I think like the biggest offender now is probably green light, to be honest, and I really enjoy green light, so that's very disappointing. But I always look. I always kind of check it out, see if there's any obvious issues, I went there. I went to the toy aisle. I might as well spend some time there, even though there's nothing there that I'm really going to buy usually, most often. But I thought this piece was actually pretty cool, and I'm actually like looking at it here, and I'm glad I picked it up. I think it's kind of neat. It's got some good details, and the livery looks good. And again, there's really no quality problems with it. The wheels are a little bit wonky. Other than that, no real issues. Everything looks pretty clean. Maybe that light's a little crooked there in the front, but not too bad. Overall, yeah, I'm happy with that little purchase. Why not? Get an M2 every now and then. I look at them. Like I said, I look at them. I don't typically buy them, but I do look at them. And every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, pick them up. All right, let's look at some Schuco. Let's start with the Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6. And let's get this guy open. Schuco packaging is kind of neat. Again, you can just put this right back in the box and display it that way. It's not like an acrylic or anything like that, but it's still screwed to this little piece of cardboard here. And one little screw in the bottom. That is, holy crap. Okay, so this issue, oh man, I've had this issue with the Tarmac Works collab with, I think, this particular casting, or the other one, doesn't matter, a Porsche, and that screw. Who's torquing down these screws, man? Because, holy crap. Oh, my. You got to be careful, too, because if you strip this thing out, it's much more of a nightmare. I wish I could, you know, come up with some sort of little graphic for the video for the pressure meter of how much pressure I'm, like, putting on this thing. Holy crap. Okay. Well, I got it. I got it. Crisis averted, I guess. But, man, what are you doing? They don't need to be on there that tight. Holy buckets. Holy buckets. Metal base, metal body. It rolls-ish. Yeah, it's nice. So the Tarmac Works ones came out with more of like a like racing style livery and stuff like that when they did the collabs with these castings. So it's cool to get the straight up and down Schuco ones that are just, you know, a solid color, and they look really neat. Very cool. Got the Porsche there in the back in red. Love the wheels. I mean, that's really a high point for this casting, is these wheels. They look fantastic. Inserted details for headlights, of course, inserted details for taillights. Nice little, nicely done metal flake silver. We have side mirrors. We have the windshield wipers are part of the windshield, and they're just painted black. Looks good. That's pretty standard fare for 1/64 scale. The casting is screwed together. I wonder how hard those screws are to get out. Those are the ones that maybe could be tight, you know, and that's fine. But this one in the middle to mount it to the cardboard, wow. Well, this is neat. Let's see how the how the red one is. So this is a Porsche 911 GT2. Nice looking Porsche. Same style, of course, packaging here. So we're likely about to struggle. And yep, this one's really hard too, but not nearly as hard as the last one. This one's not quite as torqued in there. So we got an enamel red. The wheels are the same. They're just painted black in the center. Let's see if I can get this packaging back together. I don't want to lose this screw because, again, it is how I display stuff now. If they come in cases that are displayable, that's how they get put up around the room because, you know, let's be honest, I'm out of space. I'm out of display case space big time. So that's what we do now. So, again, metal base. It's actually the same. No, it's not. It's very close, but not the same. This one rolls really nice. Again, inserted details for your headlamps. Inserted details for the tail. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The enamel paint, there's a little bit of orange peel in it. You can see some well, orange peel. I guess there's no other way to really describe it. The fender well right here looks like it's a little weird there. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. Again, this casting came out as a Tarmac Works as well. I believe both of these have. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong. The wheels, well, they're actually not the same. They're close to the same. They're the same style. These ones are convex. These ones are flat. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, very neat though. Very neat little Porsches. Schuco is basically almost all German cars exclusively nowadays. They've come out with some like Lambos in the past. They've done some. They've done Ferrari in the past, but mostly German stuff, and that makes sense because Schuco is a German company, I believe. What does it say on here? Yeah, Dicky, Deutschland. Yeah, pretty sure. So, anyway, very, very cool. I like these little Porsches. So Porsche, if you're into Porsche or Porsche or whatever, Porsche. If you're into Porsche diecast, you've got the best choice, I would say, out of any other brand. People always say JDM, JDM, JDM. There's so much JDM. There's so much JDM. Really though, like if you think about variety of different brands and stuff that make a Porsche, there's so many. There's so many of them. There's so many castings of them. If you're a Porsche collector, I mean, in 1/64 scale, yeah, you got it made. All right, let's get into this guy. Porsche 918 Cayman GT4 from Fast and the Furious. What movie? Fast and the Furious. I don't know. Does it tell you? I don't think it matters anymore because now we're doing like fantasy in the Furious. Cars that didn't exist in the movie. Or in the movies, and I've never even watched the movies, so yes, I mentioned it again. I still haven't watched the movies. One of these days I will. But here you go. Porsche Cayman. It's nice. It looks nice in white, black rims. Always a pretty solid combo there. Inserted details for headlights, which are part of the window piece. Of course, this is a full deco, all metal rubber tire car because it is in the Hot Wheels Premium line, so it follows the Hot Wheels Premium MO. And copyright date 2022. This is like a brand new tooling, right? I think it is anyway. Or did they come up with this in Car Culture already? Was this in the Deutschland design, the last one? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe it was. Why don't I think it was? Maybe in blue or something like that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This casting looks cool. I think it looks good. We have a... Is this metal or plastic? This is metal. The spoiler is metal, but it does appear that the spoiler is a separate piece. It is not part of the body. So that is in fact interesting. Pretty cool. It's a nice looking Porsche. I mean, Hot Wheels has some great Porsches, okay? Some really good Porsches. Should we just stick with Porsche for a little bit? Why not? Why not? Matchbox has got some good Porsches too. You know? Oh, wait, we got another Hot Wheels one. Okay, well, let's do the Matchbox one first. So Team Orange, Matchbox, Porsche 918 Spider. This is a nice casting from Matchbox. I got the 70 years of Matchbox here on the card. Got to celebrate every milestone. And 2021 copyright date. This came out, debuted last year, I believe, in silver, if I recall correctly, which is very possible that I don't recall correctly these days when it comes to these because my mind is at diecast capacity. As my room for diecast is. Very cool. I like it in yellow. I think I might like it in yellow better than silver, actually, which is odd because I don't normally like yellow cars all that much. Normally, I'm big into silver. I think silver is like one of the best colors for a car, especially in 1/64 scale. But, man, this cannot be denied that this looks good in yellow. It's a good hue. Very colorful. Looks awesome. Gotta love Matchbox for the dollar car detail. Mentioned it several times. We'll mention it likely every time we look at a basic Matchbox. They're good looking. They do a good job. I like it. I think they do a great job. Quality control is fantastic on basic model Matchbox as well. All right. I think this might be the last Porsche. We got a Hot Wheel. And then we might as well look at the rest of these, whatever exclusive colors these are. So the Porsche 935... Hot Wheels, I believe Best Buy exclusive / Dollar Tree, I think Dollar Tree. Of course, these are a basic Hot Wheels, so we're going to have plastic base, metal body, plastic tires, and tampos. Typically on 2 or 3 surfaces. Looks good. I like it in orange. I think it looks pretty awesome in orange, actually. This is a good casting. And this one also has like the headlights up front that are part of the window piece that goes all the way down to here and makes up those little inserted pieces. That is always a cool touch, and it's always something that is done, it seems, more so with Porsche than any other Hot Wheel make. They do it with Porsches a lot, where you're going to see some sort of headlight action. Something with the way these cars are shaped just makes it work, I guess. And who doesn't love like a slant nose style Porsche? This thing looks pretty cool. So I definitely like that. I think that's awesome. Let's just carry on here though with the rest of the color exclusives. I believe these are the color exclusives. Again, you guys will let me know if I'm wrong. The Custom 70 Honda N600. This little cute little thing. Compact King. It's little. It's neat. It's got some good detail in the front. It's got some good detail in the back. That's a solid little car. I like it. I think it's neat. Of course, it's a Hot Wheels. Plastic body, or plastic base, sorry. Plastic wheels, metal body, and of course it rolls. And it looks cool. It looks cool. All right. Get a van involved. Hot Wheels Kart Co. Service and parts. Dodge van. This thing's nifty. We're going to see a Dodge van from Tarmac Works coming up. There's been a lot of van love lately. We got the recent Dodge Tradesman that we got from RLC Hot Wheels. We've got a Caravan coming from Auto World very shortly. It's pretty much almost out. And then we've got a van coming from Tarmac Works. They're all Plymouth Chrysler Dodge vans, and that's just that's a lot of fun. I like that. I love a van, and out of all, I think I love a Dodge van. I think more than any other brand of van. So it's awesome. A lot of my diecast dreams with Dodge vans are just coming true. So this looks pretty neat, pretty nifty, and I like it. All right. Lastly, the McLaren F1, one of the coolest cars ever in real life. This one in white. And, you know, not too much to say about it. Just it's a solid little dollar model, and you can't go wrong. They did a good job of the graphics on the back, and that's the all-important part of this car as far as the kind of signature look of it. This has to look right. Otherwise, it just doesn't look right. And I think Hot Wheels did a good job on that. So as long as they keep putting it out in like solid colors where it will get the headlights and the taillights, I'll be picking them up. Simple as that. Okay, what's next? Let's just blow through the rest of the Hot Wheels real quick. Because these aren't going to be exciting for you guys. Now, this is like older Hot Wheels stuff. And older Hot Wheels are kind of hit or miss. They got these weird tri-blade, whatever they are, wheels that were really a sign of the times. Like Hot Wheels went through a period of time, we'll just say between like Blackwall era and Super Treasure Hunt era, where things were, how do you say, the style was cheesy, maybe, corny, maybe, I don't know, not great. Okay, some of the stuff's kind of cool, but like majority of it is just like pretty wacky. Like this, I mean, this looks okay, but the wheels, that style wheel is just kind of, you know, it's 90s. I guess it makes sense. Anyway, I didn't have this truck with these wheels on it, so that's why we have it here. And then same thing kind of with these Jaguar XJ220s. This is definitely not the best, like most accurate casting from Hot Wheels, but it's a casting from my childhood, and that's why I collect it. But we got this crazy one, Jaguar with the gold and weird paint splatter splotch things in the... Are these the tri-blade wheels, maybe? I don't know. Tri-spoke? Triangle? There's three of them. It's kind of a crazy wheel, but very 90s. And yeah, a lot of the Hot Wheels are like wacky graphics and stuff. This guy here, Fast Cash, the Dash for Cash series. Is it 10 euros or something? 10, I don't know. What was that symbol? Don't make fun of me. This one's got a purple interior. Lace wheels. Not much else to say about that. I just didn't have it, so we have it now. I think I had it with a different wheel on it. And then this black interior. Everyone I've seen of these typically has been a gray interior. In this little lot of cars that he got, there was actually 2 of these in there, 3 of these in there. One of them had a gray interior and the other 2 had a black interior. I'm like, oh, sweet, one with a black interior. So I asked him if I could take one, and he said I could. So that's awesome. We got that with a black interior. Normally I see it with a gray interior. Okay, not super exciting, probably for you guys. There's going to be some of you out there that are like total old school Hot Wheels fans. And you got to be like middle school, I guess, Hot Wheels fan, right? Some, you know, not quite old, not quite new. Somewhere in between there, which I will call the ugly era of Hot Wheels. But there was a lot of ugly stuff. There is some cool stuff, but there was a lot of just bleh, like, I mean, you can't say that that's like, wow, that's super cool, or that this is super cool, whatever. I mean, they're cooler than some of the stuff that came out in that era. This, I'm racking my brain. Do I already have this? Someone's going to answer in the comments down below, hey, you've already had that. And I keep thinking you might be right. But this is a Matchbox moving parts, Pagani Huayra. They've come up with this in quite a few colors already, I think, and that's probably why I'm confused. We've got details underneath there that look cool. The way that this shuts is kind of neat, too, if we can get it to happen. Oh, my goodness. There we go. It snaps down shut, and then we're just going to leave it like that, because that's shut really solidly and tightly, and, I mean, oh, never mind, it came up pretty easy, too. But pretty nice. I don't know, it's weird seeing Matchbox do like supercars and stuff like that, but I like that they do it. You know, they're kind of thought of as more like a basic everyday car kind of brand more than Hot Wheels is, but they do these like fairly accurate for what they are, replicas of these cars, and you can't complain. So pretty nifty there. All right, we still got a few things to look at. Let's do let's get this Ultra Red. We're going to finish off with that Hot Wheels RLC. So if you wanted to see that, sorry for taking so long, but we are getting it. We're getting to it. 84 Chevy Silverado 10 Fleet Side. This is an Ultra Red that I needed. Of course, we open everything here. This is a from 2021 release 4, and again, I'm missing the Lincoln Continental Mark V from this release. And then I will have it complete. And actually, I think, no, I think I'm missing one other thing. I thought it might complete my 2021 releases, but I think there's one other car, another square body actually, that I need to complete. I got to get on that, you know? I'm going to have to get that one. I don't think that one's too difficult to find, so I'm going to have to try to get it. Anywho, we've got this guy. Ultra Red interior, Ultra Red body, white base, red tires. Do we have anything under the hood? No. Well, we got an engine under there, but no chase attribute. So, not much to look at there. This Ultra Red's already, you know, almost to, whatever, a year old. So, you guys have probably seen it all over the place already. I mean, not seen it locally or anything like that, but if you surf eBay for these, you probably found it. I got a really good deal on it, so, or I should say Todd got a really good deal on it and then forwarded that good deal to me, which he does often. So, pretty cool to get this guy off the list. It's always fun for me to get an Ultra Red off the list, and I've got like 4 other Ultra Reds I still got to open yet. So, we'll get to them. We'll get to them. Maybe one an episode. I don't know. We'll see. It's bound to slow down at some point. All right. Let's get into these Johnny Lightnings. We got Import Heat Japanese Classics. We got the Nissan SX and ZX here. The SX is an older Johnny Lightning casting. The ZX is, of course, a pretty much brand new Johnny Lightning casting. You can read this stuff if you want. And this is version A, 2 packs, 2022, release 2. I have not seen these anywhere in store, okay? Maybe, I take that back. I might have seen it at Hobby Lobby, but there's no way I'm spending like 20 bucks on one. And I think that's what they cost at Hobby Lobby. So getting them, you know, I'm cheap. I've mentioned it several times. You got to be on a budget in this hobby. You got to be patient for good deals. If you don't, you are just going to be not a happy camper in here. Especially if you don't have patience, that's like the big thing. So, all right, let's start with this casting. So this is an older tooling from Johnny Lightning. I don't know exactly when it's from, but it is older. And you can kind of tell its age. It's not made to like straight up 1/64 scale. It's just the technology I think that they have to make castings nowadays really is like game changing as far as for how accurate they can make the vehicles and stuff like that, and what they can do, and maybe the ease of what they can do. This doesn't look too bad. It's just you can tell the gaps in here, like the gap in this wheel well up front and in the back, kind of looks a little weird, like a little too much for its scale. And just overall, the casting looks okay, but it's not perfect, right? Or even close to really perfect. Especially when you compare it to something like this, which is done way better. This is a brand new tooling, and you can tell that it's just done so much more proportionately correct. And this one should have an opening hood, I believe. Yep, there it is. Ooh, we got some nice details underneath there too. So the new round 2 Johnny Lightning toolings that are coming out for the Johnny Lightning brand are truer to 1/64 scale, and they're just done at a higher level of accuracy to the actual vehicle. Okay, they're done better. And I don't know if that's just technology or just a philosophy change or what exactly it is, why they didn't do that in the past based on now. I am not, see, as much as as I talk about diecast, as I talk about the quality, as I talk about castings, as I talk about scale, as I talk about all that stuff, I'm very actually ignorant as to what the design process is for these toolings. And how basically they come about. And I'm actually pretty interested in it. So maybe one day I'll have a chat with somebody that will be able to enlighten me more on how this kind of works, how these things come to be from, a picture of a real car or a scan of a real car into a computer model, into actually tooling them, and into like the limitations of it based on what you can do, based on whether it's going to be like a riveted casting that with multiple pieces like this, or like a Hot Wheel where you're very, very limited. It'd kind of be interesting to get more insight into the process. Gives you more of a maybe a appreciation for what goes into these models, and how sometimes companies can get these very, very right, bang on, and sometimes it's not quite as good. And that's what I would classify this as, not quite as good in comparison to that. Like, that's done way more accurately to the real car, and it's the newer tooling, right? Okay, enough of that. Here's another example. So, new tooling, older tooling in this import heat. This is from 2022 release 1, 2 packs. Another Nissan. So we got this Nissan 350Z, or 350Z, 2006 Nissan 350Z. So this is an older Johnny Lightning tooling as well, and it's from like 2004 is the copyright date on it. And it's not bad. This is actually a tooling that I've collected for a while. I collect this tooling, so I've got a lot of variations of it, a lot of older variations of it, and I always thought it was a pretty decent looking version of this car. So they did it pretty good, but same thing. It's nowhere near as awesome as this thing, which is a new tooling, the Mazda RX-7, and this tooling is, it's new, it's way closer to 1/64, it's probably pretty accurate to 1/64 scale, even to the tires on this one. And the level of accuracy is much higher in these newer toolings. This one should have an opening hood as well, and a detailed engine. And I think they're doing that with all the new Johnny Lightning toolings. You're going to see detail engine. Ooh, you know what's that's weird. So like the decal thing was just peeling off when I open this up. Here I'm praising it so much, and then it's got a little bit of a quality issue. So I don't know if they like wrapped these with something. I don't know what it is, but that was peeling off. So we're going to leave that hood shut, put that down, and then hope it stays down. I'm not going to do it again to demonstrate because I don't want to ruin this thing. But that like paint there was kind of like peeling up off of the yellow when I opened the hood. So we're just going to leave that like that. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Definitely digging this one. It's pretty darn neat. All right. So there's our Johnny Lightning 2-packs, and then we're going to finish it off with a Hot Wheels RLC. For many of you, this is the best of the best, the Hot Wheels RLC, Redline Club cars. For you Hot Wheels collectors, this is like creme de la creme of diecast. For me, it's not, but for Hot Wheels, you know, it is. You know, I guess your top-of-the-line Hot Wheels. And I really can't argue with this one because this one is looking pretty darn sweet. I don't get every Redline Club car that comes out. They're expensive. And I really only care for the ones that I care for, I guess. This one's got some weird paint things going on. And that's probably fixable. A little microfiber cloth here. We'll just kind of lightly, oh yeah, it's coming right off. So it's like an oil of sorts on the casting. Kind of lightly brush the stuff off. You don't want to scratch the paint with whatever debris that this is. This one also has an opening hood. As we'll get that open before we finish putting fingerprints on it. Or taking the fingerprints off, rather. So that looks really nice. Hood closes good. It's black, so it hides any gap in the hood very well, which is cool. I'm just kind of cleaning her off here a little bit, cleaning off this oil. The oil's got to be there to kind of protect the paint and storage or something like that, is my guess, or I don't know. Again, ignorant to the process. I apologize. One day we will learn. I'm a nerd. Not just a diecast nerd. Like, I'm a sort of technical nerd. So I'd be into learning about it. You know? I always thought when I was a kid I'd want to, like, grow up and design cars. But my issue was I could never actually draw. I tried a lot when I was a kid. I think that's why I'm into photography now. Because it's the closest thing I can get to, like, drawing. You know, or making art or something like that without having to have like a physical artistic ability to like draw or sculpt or, you know, do stuff like that. I could photograph art. And that looks badass, all right? It does. This is a really cool looking Mustang, definitely better I think than the red one that I have. And dare I say it looks better than that convention one. I don't have that one, but this does look really awesome in black and red. All right, so we've gone on long enough. This has been another long episode of Diecast Weekly. Hopefully you did find it entertaining again. And again, thank you so much for watching the videos. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. I think that's important. Question mark, I don't know. Is it, as long as you're watching the videos, does it really matter? I don't know. I guess it does. Does it help the algorithm? Maybe it does. Does saying algorithm help the algorithm? I don't know. All right, so thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you next week.